you have no questions for me. Do you have a question? Looks like you.
I don't.
Okay. So if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
I'll give you the board in a bit.
Mr. Camarena, if you'll please come to the podium, and Mr. Humphreys, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir.
How's it going?
Can you state your first and last name and your date of birth for me?
Alex Camarena, 02/10/1995.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony, and 1 count of possession of a weapon during a drug offense, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause as to both counts, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference hearing on June 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on June 30th at 8:30. You have a cash-only bond in the amount of $100,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime, and you cannot have any contact with the alleged co-defendant. Failure to comply with your release conditions or appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bonds that you post. A warrant would issue for your arrest, and additional bond would be imposed. This completes my advisement to you.
All right. Is that the best I can get for a bond, Your Honor? I've never been convicted in any felony charges.
I reviewed your criminal history, so I know that there is a lack of criminal history. What I am concerned about is the amount of drugs that were found.
Yeah, I know, but
and the straight value of the alleged amount of drugs that were found. So you feel go ahead and have a seat. I'll call you back at the end of my calendar. If you want to have a discussion, I gotta continue to call the rest of the
thank you.
Oh, yes.
Alex Camarena.
Mr. Carmona, will you please come back into the courtroom?
Thank you, Your Honor, for letting me come back.
So, I'm just going to have a conversation with you so you understand what it is. So I made a probable cause finding based on the information that I read in the probable cause statement. I'm very concerned. There's the amount of drugs and what I found, what your participation was in that transaction. Do not make any statements. I'm just letting you know how I got there because you're wanting to know why your bond is what it is.
No, I was just going to give a statement, you know, that I was with the wrong people at the wrong time. Nothing was on me. I've never been. You shouldn't talk about your case right now. You have an attorney. I've appointed an attorney to represent you. Yeah. So I have kids. You know, I have kids at home. Well, I've never been in trouble like this in my life. So I don't know if you can work on the bond just a little bit for me, just a little bit, just a little. My son's birthday is next week. Sure. Even if I reduced it by just a little bit, at least a little. It's not going to be. Even if I reduce it by a little bit, I do not think you would be able to post bond. Because what my initial, this one wasn't supposed to be because I was recalling it. You closed it. That's okay, so I just amend if I need to. Okay. So I will. If you can just something to, that we can work with or something for my family to work with, just because it is my son's birthday next week. We're going to miss his first birthday, and so, Mr. If you could just kind of help me just a little bit, please. We're just going to have a conversation here, and I don't want you talking about your case. Sometimes you make choices. Like there's things that and then there's consequences for bad decisions. And so, unfortunately for you, I made a probable cause finding that you participated in something that was very, very illegal and very, very dangerous. And so the consequence is what the bond is. What I am concerned about is that I don't know a lot of information, but on its face, this looks very serious, and I'm concerned that the amount of drugs and the pattern typically is the selling of drugs, is that if I did a lower bond, that you could post it and you could maybe not. I'm concerned about flight risk. I understand that you live here. My kids live here. Like, I care about my kids. I would never do that to my family to risk that. I promise you that I will be at court. If you can give me a bond that's probable, I promise you I'll be at court. It's still going to be a cash bond, and it's going to be a high cash bond. How high can you do?
$50,000.
fine. I could take that if you could do that for me. Thank you. I have family members that are, my best friend's a cop. His name's Henry Trevino.
You don't say anything further.
Okay.
If you go ahead and have a seat, we're going to bring the order in to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, I just amended it and signed it.
I'm gonna wait on it because I've never done it on this before.
But we can't go forward because the last one I need the courtroom to be cleared. Okay. Thank you. I just want to... I did. Mr. Martel, will you please come to the podium? Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Christopher Martel, December 15, 1982.
You are here today on a new case. You were charged with 10 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, Class 2 felony. The date of these alleged offenses is December 18th of 2024. I did find probable cause as to these offenses, and I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You have a status conference hearing on June 26th at 8:30. You have a preliminary hearing on June 30th at 8:30. You have a cash-only bond in the amount of $100,000. If you are able to post bond, you'll be released to pretrial services on electronic monitoring. You cannot have any contact with minors, and you cannot access the internet except for school and work. Failure to comply with these release conditions or to appear for your court date would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest, and additional bond would be imposed. I'm sorry, I did not look at you have children?
I do, yes, ma'am.
And how old are your children?
5.5 and 2.5.
Carla, I did make a change on this order. So I am amending that you can't have any contact with minor children except for supervised contact with your biological children.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Failure to comply with your release conditions or to appear for your court dates would result in the loss of any bond that you post. Warrants would issue for your arrest, and additional bond could be imposed. This completes my advisement to you. If you have no questions for me, if you go ahead and have a seat, because I did change your order, so we have to reprint it and bring it out to you.
Understand. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.